For years, Notre Dame fans have been arguing and wanting to see more impact size inside defensively for Notre Dame and on the defensive tackle position. Well, folks, don't look now. The time is here. Notre Dame finally has some size inside. Ryan Roberts from A to Z Sports, breaking down everything Notre Dame football. Folks, spring practice is upon us and had a fun little opportunity to look through the Notre Dame spring roster, see the new heights and weights, and something dawned on me. Over the last few years, we have had the constant conversation around size at defensive tackle for the Fighting Irish. And we know that they've been undersized a lot throughout the years, obviously most recently with guys like Howard Cross III and Riley Mills, although he's 295-ish, is still a relatively undersized defensive tackle from a pure weight perspective. But I looked at this roster, and for the first time in a while, it feels like this is going to be a massive interior defensive line, especially for what Notre Dame has typically been trotting out there in recent memory. I went and looked at the 7 players that I would say are the most likely contributors inside for Notre Dame in 2025, and 6 out of the 7 are 300 pounds or more. And not into the too distant past, we would be talking about hopefully having 1 or 2 guys that are 300 plus pounds. You are going to have in 2025, potentially, Gabriel Rubio at 319 pounds. You're going to have Jason Onye at 308 pounds. You're going to have Jared Dawson at 300 pounds. Armel Mukum at 305. Sean Sevillano at a massive 341 pounds. The only outlier of that potential top group is Donovan Heinisch, who is at 280 pounds. But even with Donovan Heinisch in that top 7 potentially for Notre Dame, they still average 306 pounds per interior defensive lineman. How quickly things have changed on the interior. Then you can even go a little bit deeper if you wanted to. Brendan Vernon, now up to 293 pounds. Elijah Hughes, 290 pounds. And then also true freshman Davion Dixon at 323 pounds. You have 7 interior defensive linemen on this roster that are over 300 pounds. Think about that for a second and how very recently we were having a discussion over why is there no 300 pounders on this roster? Well, now the bulk, the majority of this roster is 300 plus pounders. And I'm very interested to see, applicable with new defense coordinator Chris Ash, is this team now going to be more focused on, instead of being one gap penetration style that we've seen in the past with Howard Cross and Riley Mills, are they going to be more to want to two gap a little bit more, hold the point of attack, and let guys off the edge like Boubacar Traore, Bryce Young, and then the linebackers behind them run free? Do we want to have now the interior defensive line take up more blockers and let the athletes on the first and second level be more of space-oriented players, guys that can make plays? I'm interested to see how much this shifts Notre Dame's just defensive scheme and philosophy, if at all. But regardless, I do think that this raises the floor of the team. I have no idea how impactful they will be on the high end, but what I know is having that much size and impact potential size in a room at one time leaves a lot of raising the floor and a lot of upside for this group. So, folks, spring practice, rest of the way. We'll take you rest of the way through 2025 season. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, go Irish.